Welcome back to the Movieverse, guys, your best source of movie and TV show content. We are Ben and Ken. I am your co-host, Ben, Benji Babe, Benji Boothang. BMT. This is your other co-host, Kendrick,
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
K-Lee.
That's crazy.
K-Lee.
Well, we always love doing this, so thank you for anybody that supports, watches, follows any of our content. It's a blessing for us to do this. We have a ton of fun with it. It's a passion for both of us in our lives. We love movies. We love talking about movies. So thank you for allowing us to do this. And if you want to help us to do this more and more and be even better with it, please support us by liking, subscribing, commenting, all the above. Please follow us on all platforms as well. We've got TikTok, Twitter, Insta,
YouTube.
TikTok is where we're really trying to grow. We got a good amount there recently. It's definitely our biggest followed spot. This YouTube channel is new, so if you're watching on YouTube as well, please make sure to subscribe and help us grow on here too.
And then we're on the audio platforms as well if you just want to hear the audios, like Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, all the other ones.
There you go. Thank you, Kendrick. Before we get started today, let's bring in some good vibes. Crack open a cold one. Oh, you gotta love that sound. Am I right?
Did you do that with your mouth?
No, I didn't actually, but
I
brought it up close to the mic so that the fans could hear it.
Oh, smart.
Take a cheers.
Oh, dang. You really sipped that.
Ooh. That was really good.
I think he needed that.
I did. Yeah. Well, side note, I was really thirsty waiting to start the episode, but I was waiting to crack it open, so.
Oh, that's a hard place to be in.
Yes, I was very thirsty waiting to crack that open, so.
It's like between a rock and a hard place.
That's crazy.
Ever heard that song?
Yeah, I have. This is a movie podcast, not a music podcast.
Okay.
But, today,
tell them what
the reason you
reviewing.
probably clicked on our video was probably the title, but we are we are giving you our thoughts on Marty Supreme, a movie that has been very heavily hyped, very heavily talked about the last couple months, especially since the film festivals. Timothée calling himself one of the best up-and-coming actors, somebody reaching for greatness, achieving greatness, feels like he's given us some of his best work in the last few years and in his last few projects.
He's been working hard. And
says this is really the best performance he's given. So it was something that I think both of us were very excited to dive into, watch, and talk about. Mm-hmm. One, because it's Josh Safdie, who did Uncut Gems, has done some great film work.
We love Uncut Gems.
It's gotten a lot of great reviews from film festivals.
Came out on Christmas.
There you go. And it came out on Christmas, and Timothée Chalamet, all his stuff coming into this. So, did you see his rap thing?
No.
You didn't see that?
I saw him on the Sphere.
That's crazy, dude. He actually did a Marty Supreme rap with
crazy.
With SD Kid or something, the guy that they've been talking about for a while.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, it's really funny. So Timothy's all decked out in rap gear, rapping.
Sounds about right.
About
I can see him doing that.
Marty Supreme. Yeah, you got to check that out.
All right.
Anyways, so as always with our full movie reviews, they're pretty short and sweet. It'll be about 10 to 15 minutes of your time. We're going to talk about what we liked about the movie, what we're mixed on with the movie, and what we didn't like with the movie. And then after we do that, we'll give you our score out of 5 out of 10 on the film. We'll rank it for you on our year. We've seen over 100 of the new releases this year, so we've got a ton to go off of. We'll tell you where it falls for us, how high it is, how low it is.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll ask the big question that we ask every week on this podcast, Kendrick, which is...
Does it belong in our movie multiverse or on a forgotten timeline?
Exactly. Do we want to place it on a forgotten shelf where it collects dust and we don't think about it again? Or do we want to place it on our movieverse timeline, keep it in the timeline, watch it again? That kind of thing. And then you guys can let us know your thoughts in the comments as well.
Yes.
Are you keeping this around? Or are you giving it the boot?
Tossing it.
Let's go ahead and get into our Marty Supreme review. A little synopsis. Have you seen Uncut Gems?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. If you've seen Uncut Gems, you've seen this movie. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
In some ways, though.
That's not a bad thing. No, it's definitely an anxiety-inducing trip. A lot like Uncut Gems. Totally different story. Totally different characters, but
tone similar.
Tone is very similar, and thematic elements are very similar.
Yeah.
And story writing is very similar. So a lot of that, which is a good thing. Uncut Gems is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it's phenomenal. The most anxious movie
favorites.
I've ever watched.
Yeah.
So
Adam deserved the Oscar, by the way.
He did. So
okay.
this is this is the redemption for Adam when it comes to Timothy here, for Josh Safdie.
Yeah, true.
But anyways, no, real synopsis. It's not a true story.
Based on a real person,
It's based on a real person.
What's his name? Marty
But
something?
the events that are happening are definitely pretty wild and
funsies.
crazy and out there and for funsies. But it's just a storyline about a guy who is just kind of cocky, arrogant, but wanting to be great and achieve greatness and going after that at any means possible, by any means necessary, going after it in any way he needs to, which leads him into a lot of trouble, interesting situations, deception, pits, all that kind of stuff. And he has to try and find his way out. And he also has to reface his now new arch nemesis from the beginning of the movie, a Japanese player in ping pong. So let's get into it. Kendrick, let's talk about what we liked about the movie. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I can start.
Go for it.
There's pretty much everything I liked about this movie. Spoiler, loved the movie immensely, so there's really going to be very, very, very tiny
immensely.
In the mix or negative. But, this is a very solid movie. I will say, first off, that you heard it here first, that I think Timothée deserves Best Actor for this movie.
Yeah, the hype has been equally valued.
I think as of all things, there's always going to be the haters on Timothée, or there's always going to be the overrated of Timothée.
Yeah.
I know some people that can't stand him and hate him, but to me, I think he's proved himself. Yeah. I do think he's working hard, and I think he deserves the praise. And I think I already kind of felt that way with the Bob Dylan Complete Unknown movie with him, but this was even more than that for me, because this is like in a very intense role, and this is a role like
he's put so many years into.
Like, he had to carry this movie on his back because the movie all hinges on him.
It does.
He is literally in like the entire movie.
That is
from start to finish, and he's playing this really intense, cocky, like doesn't stop talking, arrogant person, and that's not easy. And he does it so convincingly. And I had so much fun with him in this role
while still making you root for him.
Yeah, while making you root for him, and I just think he gave his all to this role, and I think that he had to put in the most work this year, in my opinion. Helps that he's written very well, of course, for this movie, but also,
I mean, he worked on the ping pong playing for 4 years.
That's
in preparation for this movie. So,
and his ping pong is insane in this, but
Timothée
is phenomenal and deserves Best Actor. He at least deserves a nomination, but he deserves the win, in my opinion. I don't know any other performance I would put above his.
Honestly,
this year.
I would say bare minimum is him winning the Oscar. I actually don't even think bare minimum is him getting nominated.
Yeah.
I think him getting nominated and not winning would be a disgrace.
Knowing how much the Oscars piss me off, that's probably a possibility. But
and that they know he's trying to. Yeah, he's been calling it out and wanting to achieve greatness for a while here.
And that's what I'm saying. The Oscars might just be like, no, let's give it to Michael B. Jordan or something. And obviously, no hate to that, but I still think this is a way better performance than even that. I know Nolan said The Rock gave the best this year, and he did great too. I don't mind him getting nominated, but this was still way steps above The Rock's performance.
Well, and I would just say, I don't know. I think
it's very different too, but.
Oh, it's hard. I don't think that we got everything out of The Rock's performance that I wanted to, and that's the only thing that breaks
the problem.
It down for me.
That's what sucks.
It's not the performance that he gave that I don't think was top tier and amazing.
Because it's
that I felt like we missed a ton that I wanted from his performance.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Timothée performance,
it's like no complaints.
Everything.
Yeah, perfect.
I got a lot of Timothée.
Yeah. So
a lot of Timothée.
Yeah. So
like full cake Timothée.
That's true.
I got a lot of Timothée in this movie.
You get a lot of Timothée.
Yeah.
And so there's my whole little simpiness for Timothée right there.
Yes.
And
it's well deserved.
It is well deserved. The
hype around him online saying that he deserves the Oscar. There's no overhype. There's no overlayering.
So.
It's completely
you can be a
valued.
hater all you want, but if you see this movie, you just have to know that he deserves that.
And there's nothing you couldn't, if you hated on this movie and say he doesn't deserve it, you couldn't point out any specific scene, moment, anything that could.
You could say he's annoying, but you're like
sure, with Wonka, like I remember Wonka, people were like, oh, the haters had their heyday with Wonka, even though he was great in Wonka. I know a lot of people.
Great in Wonka.
It's just a role that you can pick at. This role, there's no flaw.
Yeah, no, it's like
you can't pick at this role.
So there's that, but I mean, honestly, every actor was still really good in this.
Yeah,
all the acting across the board was great.
Gwyneth was
Yeah,
great.
Gwyneth was great.
What's
Tyler,
the
the
other girl's
Creator,
name?
low-key, was
Tyler
really
the Creator was
dang
really
good.
Yes.
And I was like not expecting that at all
Agreed.
because I always see him as a goofy guy.
Yeah,
But in this, he actually did very, very well.
he did.
Um,
And then what's the other girl's name?
the main girl,
When you
Rachel.
shout her out,
I know
yeah.
her name, Rachel, in the movie. I don't remember her name.
Pull her up on Letterboxd.
I never had heard of her before.
Yeah, she's super good in this. I know she's
Um,
also getting headlined for her performance in Life of LA or something like that. The new HBO.
Odessa Azion?
Yes,
Is that her
her.
name? Odessa?
She's also in this new HBO original series that's been getting a lot. I Love LA. That's what it's called. It's
Cool.
Rachel Sennott directed series.
Yeah,
but
no,
anyway,
she was
she
great
stars
too.
in that too. So she's really great in this.
No, she's great.
I liked her a lot.
Our dude from Shark Tank was great, surprisingly.
O'Leary.
And I was like, where do I know him from?
Kevin
He's just
O'Leary.
literally from Shark Tank.
He's so good.
And I was like, wow, he's actually a good actor.
He's great at just playing.
Good at playing that CEO douchebag role.
Yes, he is.
No, I liked every bit of the acting. Every bit of the dialogue was amazing. This is a great screenplay, great script.
Great script.
Like the lines never miss.
It's one of those ever-flowing scripts too. It's one that doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
Continuously
Like, you're almost
keeps
like feel like you're in a one take
chaotic.
through this movie, but you're not.
That was my big praise to Uncut Gems. I felt like the movie
same.
never stopped in its screenplay and its script.
And this is the same.
This feels very similar to that. So
Josh Safdie has a gift for that for sure.
he does.
Movie is incredibly well shot.
Edited really
like,
well.
Doesn't even need to be, but it is.
Yes.
Just like Uncut Gems as well. Like it just has very like it feels artsy, but it doesn't at the same time. It's
Agreed.
like you just get really artistic shots, but they're not trying to be too artsy.
That's actually a really cool thing to say. It does feel artsy, but not in the wrong way.
Yeah, it's like got a really good vibe to it, and it's got that New York kind of gritty vibe, mixed with like the sports element too, really well. I'd say like throwing in the sports element.
I need
was
to
really
see
sick.
him. I honestly need to see him do like a full true story sports biopic.
I do too.
Because
Like if he did like
the way he
football,
handled
basketball movie. Oh,
yeah, the way he handled the sports elements was perfect.
it was perfect.
I saw a meme saying we get a moment in Marty Supreme that is very similar to the combination of 4 different movie moments. I didn't recognize all of them, but one of them was like the Rocky moment holding up the American flag. And I have to say, there's a pretty peak moment in this movie where it's similar to that.
No, totally.
But I thought, that's one of those sequences and scenes that I'll think about for a long time.
No, yeah, 100%. So yeah, it's so well shot. Score was great, and the song choices were also great. I loved the score the whole time, and every song choice they did put in there, I loved. And it fit the movie perfectly.
I would just say all of the editing. I think all of the
editing
was just
amazing.
From the score to the music choices.
Yes,
like the Forever Young song plays in at the perfect time and brings in this good vibe to the movie.
It does.
It's a really weird opening sequence, title
insane.
sequence, but yeah, great.
Yeah, and then the movie had a good bit of dark humor in it, which was good. Like dark comedy in there, which I think was fitting very well for it. Like where there's lines Timothée says that aren't supposedly like supposed to be funny, and he says them, and you're like, "That's crazy! You would say that," and you laugh out loud.
There was a moment where
he
said one line that it got me. Like I lost.
There's moments I was just like,
it's funny because everybody was trying to be quiet for it because you could tell everybody was like, do I laugh at that?
No, yeah, facts.
And I accidentally chuckled.
I did.
Everybody else just started dying after me. Like it was really funny. The whole theater started laughing. So it was pretty funny. Like it was probably 2 seconds after the line was said that I finally like let it out because I was trying to hold it in. And after I let it out, everybody else was like dying. It was pretty funny.
It was so funny. So yeah, great mix of dark humor, but yeah, overall I'd say like just it does good at keeping you on the edge of your seat. Like there's many moments I'm just like stressed out, like what is going to happen? But I was excited the whole time.
Yes.
And yeah, I would just say on pretty much all aspects, this movie just like delivers. And I will say, like I think this is going to get a lot of Oscar noms, I think. And I'm just excited to see what people keep saying about it, but it is definitely worth the hype.
Need to see Josh Safdie doing more. Let's go ahead and get into what we're mixed on. I can start with this one, and really, I mean, we'll feed in off of each other, but whoever starts the category off.
What do you think's mixed? I mean, it's 2.5 hours.
I think that. So again, my only thing is mixed is the 2.5 hour runtime. I think that I feel. Tell me, how long is Uncut Gems? Can you look that up for me?
I feel like it's similar.
I'm trying to remember. Is it similar? Because this is going to play into. I'll sound like
shorter.
a hypocrite if it isn't, but let's see. Uncut Gems
is 136 minutes.
So yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So it's 15 minutes
little
shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I do feel like the runtime is less felt in that movie than this one.
I would agree.
It's 15 minutes is a small enough difference that I'm okay saying that.
Yeah.
I think the only thing there's just so. I really don't know how to describe. It's so minimal, and that's why it's just the mixed category. It's not the didn't like category. I just feel like leading up to getting back to the ping pong tournament, there were a couple moments where I was like, wow, it's taken a long time to get back to the ping pong tournament. That was my only thing. And it's all good stuff, all crazy stuff, facts. Fun stuff. But like, there's a couple moments that I was like,
yeah, okay, we go like on a full side plot.
It's a full plot.
Probably like 10 different side plots, and then we get back to
whereas
the ping pong.
Beginning of the movie is fully that tournament.
About ping pong, yeah.
And it's super cool, and I loved it, and it had me hooked. I loved that he lost and all that. It had me so hooked.
Yeah.
And so like the side plot, I didn't expect to be away from the tournament that long.
I agree.
Looking back on it, I think it'll sit better on more watches just because I didn't know how the movie was going to play out. So, of course, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's going to end. So, part of me was concerned, like, are we getting another ping pong tournament? Like, I didn't even know. I was like, is this going to... And then we get to a specific scene in the climax where... One of the climaxes where... I was like, is this going to end like Uncut Gems? Is it ending right here where Timothy's just going to get killed?
Yeah.
I was like,
that's crazy.
And so I'm like... I think just because it's a first-time watch, I was left a little mixed on a couple things, mainly because I'm trying to figure out the story and where it's going to go. I feel like on a second watch, this could sit even better.
With this movie, you definitely don't know how it's going to go. Like,
no,
you're just like
you're
just waiting to see what the next thing is.
Especially because Josh has done the surprising thing before. With Uncut Gems, that's why
I had my thought.
He's killed off your main character.
Spoiler.
So like in Uncut Gems, I mean I don't care.
It's been out.
If you don't know that, that's you.
Yeah.
But he killed off your main character in that. So like he did the ballsy thing that no one expected. So I already now watching any Josh Safdie movie, I'm going to be sitting there the whole time wondering, what's he going to do?
I thought he would go for it in this one. Maybe.
So, anyways, I think again my only mixed thing, and it's a very slight thing, and it just keeps me a teeny off that 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Is having some of those thoughts throughout the film. This is a film that could easily creep onto a 5 on a second or third watch because I need to see if it sits better and if I don't have those thoughts and if it's more cohesive on a second or third watch.
Yeah.
But as of right now, like it's such a small margin, it's really close, and that's the only thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much same. Like, I'm just a little mixed on that too. Like, with the runtime, with how we kind of do go away from the ping pong for a long time, and I was like, where's this going? I did feel that a lot. There was little moments I was worried about, just like kind of pointless shock factor things for a sec. They weren't anything that I didn't necessarily like, but for example, like the opening sequence, definitely isn't needed. It's just.
Are you talking about the title sequence?
Yeah, the title sequence.
Okay,
it's like funny.
Yeah,
of course.
I feel like I can't dock a movie though for a title sequence. Like,
exactly.
How do I dock a movie for a title
but
sequence?
But it's still like
30 seconds.
You just think about it, like the decision to do that. It's like, did you need that? Not really, but it's okay. It's funny too. That's why I'm kind of mixed on it. Because it had my jaw dropped a little, but I was like, it's not like it's needed.
I think now that I've seen the movie, it makes total sense.
It does make sense.
So now by I'm the okay ending, with it.
But it's also like,
I mean, it was just a way of them being like, and baby, so, Which I mean,
facts.
like, I think that made if there happened to be no kid. I think that's shock factor. But I think since it plays a role in the story, it
does play a role. But it's an interesting way to show that.
It's just a very, it's a very.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's another scene too where they reference a story with one of this German guy telling a story, and to me, like, I was just like, that's just funny. That's just like bizarre. The not needed at all, but bizarre.
That's true.
Just about that story. Yeah, like it literally plays no role in the story.
Pretty realistic of a conversation though.
Exactly.
Like, probably would be happening in the background. But like it was
just things like that. Little moments where I was like,
yeah, that was a weird moment.
Yeah, little moments where I'm just like, well, all right, I guess we're trying to be a little shock factory.
Also,
which by the way, is one of my biggest problems with movies that are just trying to be hella artsy and Oscar, or just they try to do bizarre crap like that, and I hate it. But for this movie, luckily, it was so minor, and
the one that actually I thought might not work for me that I'm gonna give slack to is actually none of those. It's the spanking scene.
Oh, I mean that too. That's another. That's another one.
I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, okay, then when I thought about it, I was like, back then they could have gotten away with that.
Yeah.
One, they just could have gotten away with that. Probably. Yeah. Like I was thinking of like our current
example
day.
Though.
I'm like, there's no way that
no.
that would occur.
I mean, there's plenty of things in this movie you're like, there's no way that would occur. But
true.
So just things like that, and I think just the runtime a little like, and it still wasn't, I'd say, a story at the end of the day that like was anything super impactful on me or anything, but it still was just very entertaining, very fun. And I think the whole time I was just very curious where it's going to go. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to have to give up and just let them tell me where this is going. And so those are my little mixed things, but none of it was like a didn't like or like a hardcore, like I don't like that. So there's nothing about the movie that I could hate on or say.
As far as impact, though, I will still say the same impact I had with Uncut Gems and with this one. I think Uncut Gems is less impactful. I think Uncut Gems is more of just like a crazy, bizarre
this one
acid trip. But this one, I think
wrapped up.
I think this one does give you a little bit more of what Uncut Gems didn't give you because your main character. Spoiler, but main character keeps going.
Yeah.
I think because of that, it gives you a little bit of like I left the theater actually having a little bit of like an outlook change of like, because I personally have a lot of interior thought processing like Marty Supreme's character does. Like in life, I'm very much a optimistic, anything is possible, go-getter kind of thing. I don't do like the crazy stuff he's doing. I have a little bit more of a filter than that, but like I relate with some of those. I relate with some of that motive and that drive.
Totally.
And it has gotten me into trouble in my life because I sometimes just think I can do way more than I can, or whatnot, or I haven't been humble, that kind of stuff. And so I think it reminded me of a good message of like, okay, what are the things that matter? Who are the people you need to take care of and be looking after? And also like how can you be optimistic and have a drive and motivation to be great while also
too extreme.
while also still being able to rein it in, take care of other people that you love, have love in your life, all that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, I would say by the end it did wrap up beautifully, and I will say like the last 30 minutes, whatever, 20, 30 minutes were perfect, and I loved the way it wrapped up. It came full circle. It was great. So I was really happy with that. Yeah. Whereas maybe sometimes during the movie I'm like, where is this going, blah, blah, blah. But by the ending, I'm glad it wrapped up in a good way. This movie could have had the potential to end it in such a stupid way or in a way that's so open-ended or something. But I feel like it just wrapped up with a nice bow on it. Like, there you go. After all this chaos, we'll give you a nice, good ending.
And that is why I think it is a film that could do better on multiple watches.
Yeah,
because I feel like a lot of the things we are saying about it that we're mixed on are just things that...
Yeah, exactly.
Are normal for a first watch.
Yeah, but no, it is funny what you're saying there with comparing it to Uncut Gems, because I mean Uncut Gems is way more like we're dealing with like kind of mobsters, and like the stakes feel extremely high there, where you're like, this guy could die. In some ways. You get this in some ways,
also more comedic tone.
Exactly, like and it's like we're dealing with like more sports and just people being pissed at him and all that, and
this
it has
one feels
flair of that stuff.
This one feels a little bit more.
A little more grounded,
even though like it's a pretty grounded take on sports betting and stuff and that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
In the other one, it's very real to a lot of people, I'm sure. But like this one, definitely, I think the table tennis, sports, I think it had a little bit more familiarity.
How young he is too. Yes. Like I think that all makes it work.
And
I
think it
more.
Also just has a little more familiarity, not in a bad way. I think the movie has some things that feel a little bit more familiar in storytelling. As a viewer,
no, 100%.
Whereas Uncut Gems just feels like something I've never seen before. So.
No, for real.
But I think these are, I will say, coming out of the theater, these are my only docs to it that kept me from saying it's on the same level as Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems for me was a 5 out of 5. This was the only thing that keeps it a teeny bit below Uncut Gems. Was I walked out of Uncut Gems feeling teeny bit. I walked out of this feeling like it wasn't quite Uncut Gems. Yeah, that's what I would say.
The same. And I think that's a lot of people. So
I think so.
Right.
Didn't like spoilers for spoiler for me. There was nothing I didn't like. So
same.
What was I trying to say? I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was trying to be like cat's out of the bag. Obviously, I didn't not like anything. I don't know. Anyways, there was nothing I didn't like in the movie.
If you couldn't tell.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Yes.
Yeah. No, we both thoroughly loved it. I don't.
Nothing I would throw into the.
You'd have to be.
Category.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe a casual person out there, maybe not as film bro as us, might find something. I don't know, but we liked it a lot.
I mean, it's R-rated, so I just think the crowd that wouldn't like certain things about it wouldn't go see it. But
but I think if you even watch a trailer, like trailer does it justice, the hype does it justice. I think everyone's pretty much nailing their thoughts on this pretty well. So,
I would agree. I feel like it was pretty soft art too in a lot of parts. Honestly, there wasn't a lot that I was like.
It could have gone crazier.
Yeah,
like I said, if it tried to go too artsy and crazy, it
could have been
more
artsy than it was. I would say
thank goodness it wasn't.
I mean, like nudity wise, the only thing you see is his butt, Marty's butt, not even in a sexual manner.
Yeah.
And then I guess you do you see a couple photographs from a person that are new. But yeah, nothing like there's no like scenes that have, although there's some intimate scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
And then language wise, there is language, but I honestly didn't feel as
too crazy
as Uncut Gems. Like Uncut Gems, it's
like
New York lobster language.
Oh yeah,
current language.
Dude, yeah.
So
no, 100%.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I think a lot of people would really enjoy it. I don't know anybody that would hate it.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah. So one I would love to sit down and show a ton of people on my couch
too.
for sure.
Yep.
Okay, and then let's get into our scores out of 5 for me and out of 10. 4.5 out of 5 for me. Like I said, just walked out feeling a little less than Uncut Gems on it. Doesn't mean it has to be a 4.5, but I think on a second or third watch it could be a 5. Just sitting at a 4.5 for now. 4.8 out of 5 would round up to like a 9 or 9.6 out of 10. I think it's really close to a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
it's up there.
All right, where's it on your year?
On the year, I have it at 6.
6 out of
6 out of
125.
Wow, so very, very, very high.
Made the top 10.
I do have just some movies that are very close to my heart this year.
Yeah,
and it couldn't quite break those. So 6 may seem low to some people, but I mean out of 125
that's
movies,
pretty high odds. Yeah.
I still have Sinners at number 1, Life of Chuck number 2, One Battle After number 3. Fantastic Four at number 4, Train Dreams at number 5, and then I have Marty Supreme at 6. So
yeah,
it's very highly up there. It could swap with Train Dreams, but Train Dreams I love dearly.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're right there.
Nice, dude. All right. For me, it's a 4.5 out of 5. I didn't quite hit the 5 out of 5 status, but still thoroughly loved it. Still think it's beyond amazingly done. And then as far as 2025 movies go, I have it at 4.
Okay.
Out
Broke
of
the top 4.
79. So it is in my top 4. So I got Sinners, Life of Chuck, and One Battle After Another above it, but it is one of my favorites of the year.
Are you sure Fantastic Four is not going to creep back above it? Because Fantastic Four, you gave it a 5 out of 5. Or are you thinking that Marty Supreme could hit a 5?
Marty Supreme could hit a 5.
I could feel that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? I always am very strict on. So Kendrick's better about it, and it's how I should be too. But Kendrick's like, goes off how he's feeling with the ranking.
Yeah.
Like I don't allow myself to rate something above another score that's higher. So like Fantastic Four, I have it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
And Marty Supreme, I have it a 4.5 as of right now. So
yeah.
I don't allow myself to put it up there, but I do think it's probably right around there.
Yeah.
Train Dreams, though, it's really close for sure.
Frick yeah, dude.
Big
question.
Big question of the day. Do we want to place this in our Movieverse timeline, never to be forgotten? Or do we want to forget about it? I think it's pretty obvious. Definitely.
Movieverse timeline.
Movieverse timeline.
Not forgetting
Keep this
movie.
around. Never forgetting about it.
I would happily watch it again.
Yes.
I would love to keep it for the rest. Yeah, I'd love to look back on it years later. Yeah, it's so fun.
One that I'll have a ton of fun with. I think these types of just crazy chaotic films are just so fun to rewatch and watch with the group.
They're well made too.
Yeah. Like watch with the group, have a ton of fun with it. They're just chaotic. So.
And I'm petitioning Timothée Chalamet, dude. Best actor.
I will add to that petition.
Best actor of the
year.
There you
go. There's our movie review for Marty Supreme. We'll also be dropping clips, short reviews on the movie, and we'll be dropping clips with our reviews on things like The Housemaid, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Avatar Fire and Ash. If you haven't seen our Avatar Fire and Ash full review, make sure you go check that out. That video's on YouTube as well. Lots of clips will be coming out. We'll also be talking on these clips about Doomsday, trailers, Odyssey, all that kind of stuff.
Tons of fun stuff.
Make sure you are subscribed, following along to see all of our content. And next week, I'm trying to think, is there a movie that's coming out next week?
There's still some we got to catch. We got to catch Song
we'll
Sung Blue.
Definitely see, I think Song Sung Blue will be reviewed for sure.
Yeah.
I just can't remember. That technically came out this past week. We just didn't get to it.
I don't know.
I can't remember if there's one coming out this week or not.
You dude, I wouldn't know. Isn't there some good there's some good January ones?
I mean, there's January ones, but this isn't January.
I know.
Oh, I guess it technically is. It's the first, huh?
It would be.
Is there a little break?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I think we do have one the next week coming out, but
yeah.
All right, so this week will be Song Sung Blue. We'll give you a review on that. We are both big Hugh Jackman fans.
Yeah, Neil Diamond fans.
Neil Diamond fans. It's like I'm very excited for it. Kate Hudson fans. It's got everything that
it's a movie we will
need
like.
To like. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a top on the year, but we should both definitely like that film. So if you want to catch our thoughts on that, make sure you check that out too. See you next week on the Movieverse.
Peace out.